You wake up to news already exploding across social media as reports circulate that Syracuse's head football coach snapped after Toosii's surprise commitment announcement went viral. Unverified rumors spreading online claim that the coach was blindsided by the post, learning about Toosii's commitment at the same time the general public did. According to these circulating clips and tweets, the coaching staff had not prepared a formal media rollout and no official program statement had gone out before Toosii's viral IG reveal published to millions of followers. The sudden shock, combined with the pressure of maintaining program credibility, allegedly triggered a tense reaction behind the scenes. Witnesses online describe a moment where the coach appeared visibly frustrated during a team meeting, allegedly raising his voice and questioning why the program was finding out through Instagram instead of through protocol. Some reports even claim he briefly stopped practice to address staff coordination, pacing near the 40-yard line with an expression that teammates described as controlled anger. His body language was stiff, hands folded behind his back, before he reportedly told players the program wasn't a circus and that commitments needed structure. Meanwhile, the viral clip of Toosii announcing his decision created immediate national buzz. The post received thousands of comments within minutes, blending hype, disbelief, and humor, as fans debated whether Toosii's involvement was symbolic, strategic, or a genuine athletic pursuit. Syracuse supporters flooded timelines speculating on whether he would actually join the 2026 class, participate in workouts, or simply use his platform to uplift the program. The growing attention placed pressure on Syracuse's coaching staff, who were suddenly thrust into the spotlight without preparation. It raised questions about how universities handle unexpected publicity and whether traditional athletic systems are ready for celebrity-level unpredictability. Scenes of confusion surfaced online, showing assistants on their phones, players reacting with wide-eyed surprise, and local reporters scrambling to verify information. And now people are wondering, if you were in the coach's position and found out about a major commitment through a viral post instead of internal communication, would you stay calm or would you snap too? Shortly after Toosii's announcement spread across social media, new details began circulating about how the Syracuse coaching staff processed the moment internally. According to individuals familiar with the program's structure, a surprise commitment, especially one involving a public figure with millions of followers, can strain the expectations that coaches emphasize every day. In this case, the viral nature of Toosii's post clashed directly with the systems and communication channels the program relies on to maintain discipline, order, and clarity. Observers noted that Syracuse operates under a culture rooted in preparation. Commitment announcements are typically coordinated carefully, with coaches scheduling official graphics, press releases, interviews, and controlled messaging. That ensures the program appears unified and professional, especially when national attention is involved. When Toosii bypassed these steps and posted his commitment directly to Instagram, the traditional structure was disrupted instantly. Reports claim some players noticed tension during the following team session. Assistants were said to be huddled together in quick conversations, speaking in lowered tones, while the head coach remained focused yet visibly irritated. One eyewitness described him as trying to hold it together, but everyone knew something was off. Another recalled the coach walking up and down the sideline between drills, occasionally stopping to speak quietly with staff members as his jaw remained tightened. For many athletes, the situation sparked internal debate. Some reportedly viewed Toosii's addition as a potential morale booster. A hometown star joining the team could attract media attention, energize fans, and spotlight Syracuse football in a way they rarely receive. Others questioned whether accepting such a commitment without proper vetting could cause confusion in the locker room, especially for players who spent years training to compete at the collegiate level. The broader issue became one of consistency. A program that prides itself on discipline now had to confront a scenario that developed outside its control. Moments like this force coaches to balance excitement with stability, opportunity with process, and publicity with responsibility. And now people are wondering, should a college coach welcome unexpected publicity if it benefits the program, or reject it if it threatens team structure and order? As Toosii's commitment announcement continued dominating timelines, discussions shifted from the coach's reaction to the broader implications for Toosii himself. The move sparked nationwide curiosity about how a mainstream recording artist might transition into collegiate athletics. While the viral moment energized fans, it also raised real questions about the long-term impact this decision could have on his career, public image, and future opportunities. Industry observers pointed out that celebrity-athlete crossover moments are rare, and successful transitions are even rarer. Toosii, who has built a loyal fan base through music centered on emotion and vulnerability, now finds himself stepping into an environment defined by structure, physical endurance, and competitive standards. The sudden shift created a conversation about whether he intends to fully commit to the sport or simply uplift his hometown program through influence and visibility. Some analysts noted that Toosii's age places him outside the typical recruitment window. While NCAA rules allow non-traditional athletes under certain conditions, the adjustment period is often intense. Conditioning, practice schedules, and academic responsibilities form a demanding routine, one that differs sharply from the flexibility associated with an artist's lifestyle. For fans watching closely, the central question became whether Toosii sees this commitment as symbolic, developmental, or the start of a serious athletic chapter. Meanwhile, reactions in the music world remained mixed. Supporters celebrated the move as bold and unconventional, praising him for embracing new challenges instead of staying confined to one lane. Others expressed concern that the shift could distract from upcoming releases or interrupt the momentum of his music career. The entertainment industry often relies on consistency, and sudden detours sometimes come with risks. On social media, viewers debated whether Toosii's viral moment represented genuine ambition or a strategic publicity spark. Regardless of motivation, the announcement highlighted how quickly online narratives can transform an artist's identity from performer to athlete, from rapper to recruit. And now people are wondering, if someone at the peak of one career suddenly pivots into another with no warning, does it show admirable courage, or does it risk losing everything they've already built? As the buzz around Toosii's commitment grew, a new layer of discussion surfaced online, one centered around credibility, authenticity, and whether the details behind the announcement actually made sense. The viral post generated excitement, but it also sparked waves of skepticism as fans and analysts dissected what they were seeing, looking for clues about whether this was a real athletic journey or simply an attention-grabbing moment. The first wave of concern came from fans pointing out inconsistencies in the rollout. Traditional college football commitments usually come with official graphics from the athletic department, coordinated statements from the coaching staff, and formal onboarding procedures. Yet Toosii's announcement appeared independently produced, posted directly to his Instagram without the familiar branding or confirmation that recruits typically receive. That absence of official material led some viewers to question whether Syracuse had fully signed off on the moment. Others noticed how quickly media pages reacted compared to the university. Sports outlets, hip-hop platforms, and local accounts reposted the news within minutes, while Syracuse itself remained silent for hours. This gap in communication fueled rumors that the coaching staff may not have been prepared for the announcement, or that Toosii's post had jumped ahead of protocol entirely. In the world of college football, where organization and timing are critical, any disruption to the established process becomes a point of suspicion. There was also debate about Toosii's athletic readiness. Clips resurfaced of his high school football days, showing talent and raw physical ability, but analysts pointed out that years away from the sport could complicate a return. Fans questioned whether this commitment was symbolic, a passion project, or a serious attempt to join Syracuse's roster as a contributing athlete. Without verification from the program, the uncertainty created a split in public opinion. Supporters argued that the skepticism was unnecessary, saying no one should question another person's ambition, but critics noted that viral commitments without clear institutional confirmation can blur the line between entertainment and legitimate athletics, leaving fans unsure of what to believe. And now people are wondering, when a commitment gains massive attention before the school even confirms it, should the public trust the announcement, or is healthy skepticism the only reasonable response? As Toosii's commitment circulated across major platforms, another discussion began forming beneath the surface. One focused not on the artist but on Syracuse's motivations. Programs facing pressure to stay competitive often seek new ways to increase visibility, expand recruiting pipelines, and energize fan engagement. That context has led many observers to question whether Syracuse might actually view Toosii's unexpected involvement as a strategic advantage rather than a disruption. Insiders familiar with college athletics explain that programs in rebuilding phases often welcome publicity, especially when it has the potential to attract recruits, donors, or national attention. Syracuse, a school with a storied history but recent struggles, has been searching for ways to reignite excitement around its football identity. In that sense, Toosii's post, intentional or not, may have brought the kind of national buzz the program rarely receives. It triggered immediate media coverage, social commentary from celebrities, and rapid fan speculation about how the situation might play out. Within the team, reactions were reportedly mixed. Some players saw Toosii's involvement as harmless and even motivating. A hometown figure returning to represent Syracuse resonated with local athletes who appreciated his gesture. Others questioned what it might mean for internal competition, roster spots, and the seriousness of the team's long-term goals. Whenever a public figure enters a highly structured environment, questions around fairness, discipline, and team unity naturally emerge. From the perspective of coaching staff, the situation appeared more complicated. Programs depend heavily on predictability, scripted announcements, vetted recruits, and coordinated messaging. Deviations from these systems introduce uncertainty, and uncertainty can threaten authority. Yet strategic minds within the athletic department may also recognize the PR value that a celebrity commitment can produce. Increased ticket sales, media coverage, and community engagement are factors that athletic directors cannot ignore. For Toosii, the moment may signal genuine passion. For Syracuse, it may present opportunity. But for the coaching staff, it creates a balancing act between embracing the momentum and protecting the integrity of their program's structure. And now people are wondering, should a school prioritize the excitement a celebrity brings or protect the traditional systems that keep a team disciplined and competitive? As the viral moment continued spreading across every major platform, conversation shifted toward the practical side of Toosii's announcement, the actual logistics behind joining an NCAA football program. The excitement, the coach's alleged frustration, and the public reaction all fueled a larger question. What does it really take for an artist with an established career to enter college athletics, and how does that process actually work behind the scenes? Observers familiar with NCAA operations explained that commitments, especially for non-traditional athletes, involve multiple layers of authorization. Academic eligibility must be verified, compliance departments must confirm rule alignment, physical evaluations are required, and enrollment pathways must be established. These steps are designed to ensure programs remain within regulations and protect athletes entering the system. In Toosii's case, his age, career obligations, and life experience place him in a unique category that doesn't fit the traditional mold of high school recruits or junior college transfers. Reports circulating on social media highlighted this tension. Some fans assumed that a commitment post automatically meant Toosii was roster-bound and preparing for immediate training. Others pointed out that the viral moment lacked key indicators of an official onboarding. No signed letters, no public comment from Syracuse athletics, and no confirmation from compliance personnel. Those gaps sparked conversations about whether Toosii's announcement represented a formal collegiate transition or an aspiration he hoped to pursue. Meanwhile, NCAA analysts raised questions about scholarship allocation. College teams operate under strict scholarship limits, and late additions must be carefully evaluated to ensure fairness among recruits who have trained for years to earn their place. Programs must also consider roster depth, positional needs, and player development timelines. Bringing in a high-profile figure, especially one with a global audience, can disrupt expectations and create competing narratives within the locker room. Supporters argued that non-traditional athletes deserve opportunities just as much as anyone else. If Toosii meets eligibility standards and displays genuine commitment, they believe he has the right to pursue collegiate athletics regardless of fame. Critics countered that unclear communication, abrupt announcements, and unconventional pathways risk undermining the mechanisms designed to protect both athletes and programs. As the situation developed, Syracuse found itself at the center of a national conversation about what commitment truly means in an era where social media often moves faster than official channels. And now people are wondering, when a public announcement races ahead of the actual process, does it signal real intent, or does it reveal how easily online excitement can blur what's actually possible? As the dust settled from Toosii's viral announcement, the situation revealed much more than a single commitment or a frustrated coaching staff. It highlighted the growing collision between celebrity culture and college athletics, two worlds operating at different speeds, under different pressures, and with completely different rules. What unfolded at Syracuse became a case study in how quickly the internet can reshape a program's narrative, whether the institution is ready or not. From the moment Toosii posted his commitment, millions of people became aware of a development that typically would have been handled quietly behind closed doors. Fans saw the excitement, the coaching staff saw the disruption, recruiters saw opportunity, and observers saw a window into what happens when influence meets structure without warning. For a university navigating both tradition and modern expectations, the viral moment demonstrated how fragile the balance between publicity and protocol can be. In the days that followed, conversations extended far beyond Toosii himself. Analysts debated whether colleges should adjust their systems to accommodate celebrity recruits. Former athletes questioned whether moments like this undermine the years of effort put in by traditional prospects. Meanwhile, a portion of the public embraced the announcement as symbolic, a hometown figure showing pride in his roots, regardless of how the athletic details unfold. Syracuse now faces an unusual fork in the road. The program can either lean into the momentum or double down on its established structure. Both paths come with consequences. Embracing the publicity could energize a fan base and attract future attention, but rejecting the moment too forcefully risks appearing rigid or disconnected from evolving culture. For an institution trying to rebuild its football identity, the decision carries weight far beyond a single viral post. For Toosii, the aftermath becomes a defining moment. Whether he steps onto the field, participates in training, or simply supports the university from a distance, the narrative around his name has already shifted. The world has now seen him positioned not just as an artist, but as someone willing to step into unfamiliar arenas. The noise, the excitement, the confusion, and the speculation all point to one truth. Moments like this show how unpredictable modern sports culture has become. Commitments no longer stay quiet. Reactions don't stay internal. And the line between entertainment and athletics continues to blur. And now people are wondering, when a single viral moment can change the trajectory of a program, a public figure, and a fan base overnight, is this the future of college sports,